Hey guys, so before the video starts, I just wanted to say, sorry if you were at the con and you were not featured in the video. I know there were quite a bit of you wondering where I was, but were unable to find me. But don't worry, I have other plans you guys will enjoy, so please don't be upset if you are unable to meet me. I'm hopefully planning on going back, but not next year guys, so sorry. But before I make this into an hour video, I'm here to bring you my BronyCon 2016 trip. Enjoy!
Did you get that for the weekend? Yeah.
For the camera!
Hello! Hi, camera.
Tootsie and Turtle.
Yes. And some guy no one cares about. We care about you.
Oh, we care about you. It's nice meeting you, man.
Oh, you too.
You take care.
No one could outrun the crowd. It was all reduced to rubble, and then again to ash. To the blinding burning light, it's no use to fight. There's no one out there. There was no signal from where you were. I failed contact, no light to start. Hovering above, hovering above.
we're running lowish on time, so we're gonna push talking about the dramatic till after Best in Show. But for now, I'm going to call our CB Custer, I believe, is here today. Yep. Yes. There it is. Yes. All right. Alright, so the joke's a running thing with the IOU. So I'm just gonna say your video was rad and we loved it. No.
You get no handshake.
No
I'm
handshake for
sorry.
you.
You get a paper. And we also have the Light Leaves Z here. Woo! You actually, one of your products is here.
Yeah.
And the others are gonna be here when they get here.
Yeah, so. Okay, fine. I guess. Alright, so.
So now, Best in Show.
Yes, now we're going to show the Best in Show favorite video of this contest. Here we go.
I've seen the world and where it leads. And when I hear, I know where it be. It's in my heart, and I know what it means. It can only be worse when you're not with me. I've seen the sky darken to black. No more light, don't know where it's at. I've seen the wars, the simmering on me 'cause you're not with me. My dreams aren't always made to come true. And what love you want will often fall through. The lessons I've learned with you here by my side are the things that kept me in love. So walk with me through the pieces of my life. You and me walking forward side by side. The story will never be the same, but it was meant to be. Without you, there is no me. Because it was destiny. I've seen the pain when the friend is gone. You left wondering when you did wrong. I've seen the anger, the rage when they leave, when they should stay. I've seen the torment people go through, and what they love most is what they lose. I've seen it all, I know it's true. And what I know is I need you. My dreams aren't always made to come true. And what love you want will often fall through. The lessons I've learned with you here by my side are the things that kept me alive. So walk with me through the pieces of my life. You and me walking forward side by side. The story will never be the same, but it was meant to be. Without you, there is no me, because it was destiny. I don't really know the best way to go about helping the ones that have had to live without. But all I know is that if we try, we can help them learn how to fight. See, we don't really care where you've been. We don't care about your past. We just let you in. If you want it, you can have it. If it's hurt, we were past it. There's no such thing as grudges when we're friends. And we don't really care what we've done. There's good inside of everyone. And sometimes that someone just needs a little bit of help and love to work past the hate and find out what they were supposed to be, to find their destinies.
How's everyone enjoying the con so far? First, I'd like to do a quick intro so you can meet who's up here. And yeah, let's do that first. First we have Button, who is our HR rep. If you'd like to talk a little bit on that.
Hi, I'm Button. I'm in charge of co-leading HR. I also do some
some moderation and some script implementation for the team. So I kind of help out wherever I can.
All right. When you have a team of about 100 people, you'd be surprised how important HR really is to communicate. It's actually surprising. We didn't realize until about a year ago that we really could use somebody who's actually helping out there. All right, my name is Savannah Pope. I am the design director for Legends of Equestria. And VFX too.
I'm Wahl. I do programming. I'm in charge of all the artificial intelligence, the fights, the quest systems, and all the interfaces that you guys see.
I'm the 3D lead for Legends of Equestria. I do all the 3D modeling, well, some of it at least, and check on the art and make sure that everything is in quality control in terms of the 3D stuff.
All right, so first we're going to go over some stuff that some of you may have already seen, some who are potentially new to the game at the con have not. This is our pony creator. Got a new interface about a year ago, which I really enjoy. And Nat's actually going to go through and build a pony, but the thing is, we need your help. So, first, we need to pick a race.
Pegasus! Pegasus!
Say each race, and then let's just raise your hands so we don't have to do a shouting match. Okay. Let's do it for Earth Ponies. Earth Ponies. How about unicorns? Unicorns. And Pegasus for... Alright, I think we know.
Wings!
Alright, so this interface we have a lot of common things you can change: eyes, size, race, color, styles. One thing that I always like to point out on this interface that was one of the goals of the original designer was that to use as few words as possible so that you can visually communicate the changes that you want to make. The old interface, it was just like words and then what it did, and I think that the iconography really helps in this one. So I think Nat might just use his color theory skills to pick the most beautiful. Red, black.
Oh gosh.
We actually did have a discussion about reducing the saturation allowances in the game, just so you couldn't do a jet black on red. But that's pretty good.
Lockjaw!
At least balance-wise. All right, so let's get into the game and show you some new things since last year.
That's racist!
Are you sure about that?
All right. Being a Pegasi, naturally it spawned in Cloudopolis. You can fly. Alright. So, the wanted to go over with you is sort of changes to the mechanics to actually create more interesting content that is directly gameplay, not so much visuals. And to this end, what our good friend Nat over here has been working on very hard is, is to update the quest systems so that we support more functionality. And I believe Nat has a demo quest, which he's flying through to get to. I don't know if I want to give it away, but the basics you may be familiar with from pretty much every other game. But to implement these, especially in an MMO with server-client communications, turned out to be pretty tough. So the things that are going to be shown are kill tracking, timers, and ability tracking. And essentially what this means is, in any given quest or in any given moment that you're helping a character out in the world, they can ask you to do things, or they can ask you to help people. And instead of what you've seen so far in Legends of Equestria, where it's sort of just, gather X item or, go to X NPC to get through dialogue to go to the next NPC, we're trying to introduce more active conventions that you may be used to in other games. So an NPC can tell you to go slay the dragon, and now we can record that you slay the dragon to progress you along. Timers for my ultimate goal that I've had for years for this game was to recreate a bigger on sword style quest in Ocarina of Time, where you actually feel that time constraint for perishable items. Like, you're gathering food for the cooking talent mark. Well, that food's gonna go bad if it's the freshest sushi from Cantermore, and you need to bring it to Cloudopolis. There's a lot of interesting things that we can do, and this gives our writers and implementers just a lot more power. It's a long haul from Cloudopolis to Ponydale. Unless you take the train. Oh wait, there's no train. I'm sorry. You have to take the balloon to the train. Almost there.
Watch out for the trees. Where's the castle?
Keep in mind that sometimes some stuff happens in the show, which means that sometimes we don't always keep up with everything in the show because we have no way or know how to make all the assets that are similar to the show. It would take too long time to do that.
As much as we would like to keep up with the show, they move at a pretty breathtaking pace and destroying entire assets, creating new ones out of thin air. It's tough to keep up with that, but we do try our best.
Yeah, I remember like in season 5, later season, I think that the art style of the show has changed a little bit, so it's much prettier. And I think also that the gradients and stuff became more art styling compared to the earlier seasons. So.
Alright, I think we are at the demo quest. Oh no, this think that you're all grown up and ready to brave the Evershade. Come on, we can do it. I believe the countdown currently is still command line. But yes, we'll be making an interface for it, definitely. Yes. We're never removing slash stuck. It's tough to fill all the holes in the world. But yeah, while Matt is very quickly doing this, 2 minutes. I just wanted to touch upon the dialogue engine that you saw earlier. One interesting thing to note is you saw talking to this NPC, you see the 3D model of the character appear over your dialogue and the options you have. We actually have 2 engines for major NPCs. You're not gonna have enough time.
I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Use debug cheat codes. All right. You keep it. I don't know. F1 slash period.
Yeah. That's why you're a Pegasus.
Find some stuff. When you use ground pound on Hornets 5 times.
And one of the main reasons that we wanted to have tracking based on the ability you used is we break the game up into a series of talent marks that you get to choose the one that you focus in on top of your race and race-specific attributes that you get. And so in order to learn about these talent marks, we have trainers who kind of teach you at the beginning. We also have battle music, so we have some maybe we should have listened to that NPC.
Game over, yeah! Gets wrecked. Gets wrecked.
So where to travel, so there's a lot more feedback so you won't get entirely lost. We're still waiting for the overworld map, as in you open up a nice book and you see the whole world, but that's actually one of the last steps.
Oh.
You got this.
Using ground pound on a flying enemy.
There we go again. Yeah. Yeah!
That's enough, Dad.
It's, what was Connie's name? 7-10?
10-7. Or 17 for short. Oh, we killed 1. We killed 2 more. I don't think we can make it.
All right. So this is a good time to talk a bit about these sort of quests.
Oh no.
You probably want to start at a bit easier area than this. Everybody needs some more armor. Without a medic with you, I'm not sure how you're gonna heal up this time. All right, one more. So
We'll go after the weak one.
And I know this might be something you'd expect, but it's pretty incredible the depth and the range you can get from just what's being demoed here, and a lot farther than just sort of what you'd you'd imagine to be the stereotype in a game. I think we have some crack shot writers on our team, and they do such a fantastic job of making NPCs such as this one, where, you know, they kind of have an attitude or a character to them. And, you know, that really helps to not just be the sort of mundane, hey, who are you, X character? Go get me 50,000 mushrooms for my giant stew that I ate for some reason.
Oh.
Oh yeah, this it wouldn't be complete without the very subtle bugs. Alright. Oh, so that's a very interesting topic. For those of you who don't know, we had this glitch where you could like scoot on your butt without moving.
Oh yeah.
There was a very big rift in the team as to whether or not to keep this or not, because on the one hand,
Keep it.
on the one hand, it is a glitch. There's no animation. It looks a bit silly. On the other hand, every single person likes it. So
Yeah.
our ultimate decision was we'll create an animation for it. So it's not just like hover scooting. It's actually like on your ground with the hooves. So yeah, going
Yeah.
all right.
Wait, if you make an animation for that, can you make an animation for like when Sweetie Belle was pushing herself along on her hind leg?
Well, I mean, we're gonna diversify our scooting as much as we can. But all right. So now I just had to restart the server real quick. So I am going to shamelessly expand for time.
Well, a funny thing about butt scooting is when I actually added in all the new ability systems and leveling systems, I accidentally fixed butt scooting. So I had to actually add it back in so that everyone wouldn't be mad about it.
Alright, the last thing I did want to touch upon with features and things like that is at the last convention we talked about experience sharing, and this is how when you're in a party, you're going to inherently get more experience than when you're alone. And it's not going to be a lot, it's a small amount, but the notion is that, you know, sometimes I've seen other games where just going it alone can be maximally efficient because you've isolated every variable but yourself. So we wanted to give a little bit of help to group play, and also because, of course, friendship is magic, and we like to see parties going out and experiencing the world together. So that's experience sharing between players. Now, between talent marks is something that is new. So what that means is that if I use an ability, say from combat, which is a very basic like seismic box or a ground pound like Nat was using, what I actually defeat with that ability will gain experience towards that talent mark. Whereas if I use, say, a flying ability like Gale or Feather Force, the experience would go towards flying. And in this system, we're trying to pacify this sort of notion of leveling up as much as possible. Think of Skyrim, where you're not really actively managing your level system much until you want to sort of buy new things. So, how are we on that? We need just one more beat. I just wanna beat this. Oh, all right, great. So that was a little bit about the new quest systems that you'll be experiencing. Lots of fun stuff for our writers to play with. The next new thing that we want to talk about, which I sort of started already with is the talent mark system. Now this is sort of the core level gameplay mechanics system in our game. And what that has on the screen is showing our new interface by Vector, our 2D lead. And how it works is there is a certain number of talent marks you can see on the left-hand part of the screen. You'll pick your talent mark based on your race, and there's a lot of general runs to pick from too. And you get access to all the abilities and the ability upgrades in that talent mark. So, for example, let's see. On partying, all of the pink dots are actually going to be your abilities, and the teal dots are your upgrades. So you may be used to a mechanic like this, and I think it's a really nice way to go because it's a good middle ground between not overloading you with abilities, but allowing those abilities to change and grow over time, and also to not have abilities sort of age out. I hate when you get an ability for like level 1, and by the time you're level 50, it's useless. So your abilities are going to stay relevant all game and get better as you do. Yeah, the upgrades, they vary widely. So you can have an upgrade that may just increase the range of an attack, or you can have an upgrade that inherently changes the attack. Or you could have an upgrade for, say, the crafting system, one of my favorites, deployable forge. So you can actually make armor anywhere instead of having to go to the smithy to do that. 4 or 5 abilities, even though those abilities change over time.
That's what they're step 2.
Sparta!
All right. All right. I think that is about all we have on talent marks. I'm gonna have a little diagram prepped for later, but now it's just. Oh yeah, this is some of the really nice guard AI. So that over here is essentially an AI specialist, and just to talk about some of the things that he's done. Do you want to just? Yeah. So another new feature. Another new feature that you're going to see in our next open server event. Cardio. You gotta keep moving. Get that heart rate up. All right. So another new feature that you're going to see, and this expands upon the quests that we talked about earlier, the timers and XP tracking, kill tracking. Now guards. Alright, so now a guard, instead of just saying, you know, go find the hospital in some random place, the guard will show you where it is. And this is, again, to sort of fix the initial feedback that we got of, this is such a large world, how do I know where anything is, on top of the mini-map improvements. And some of the best things that we don't have in our live demo here, but you can expect to see in the next event is also escorting. So think like pony mercenaries that you can hire to help you with, say, clearing out those bees in Evershade. So that's actually the most exciting thing that you get items, you create items, you find items. Pretty much it's open to whatever you'd like. And this is our sort of, let's see, equip screen. And all you have are socks. So yeah, you would put items here. Unfortunately, our items got wiped out, but somehow the socks stayed, so that's cool. And the other thing I wanted to talk about a bit was harmonizing. So one connection that I like to make is if you think anyone here ever played Fable? you had a sweet bow and you got to put your like augments on it. Well, harmonies are essentially our version of that, with a couple unique twists to them. But that's coming soon. Alright, so we have a Blued here all the way from Europe, and I'd like to give him a chance to talk a little bit about sort of our items and like our 3D process behind them, because from what you see to how you start, it's very complex.
But I personally use Windows 7 because I think it's the best OS. And usually when it comes down to design, we also check with the animators in case something needs to be added or something needs to be removed, in case the weight painting, the movement of the character makes it clip through the armor or anything else like that. And we also check with the designers in case there's anything else that needs to be added to it, so it kind of looks like how it was designed from the concept art. And after that, it goes to the process of the 2D team who do the textures to it. So we also check with them in case something else needs to be fixed. Alright, so I hope you want to take it over?
Sure. Yeah, the items are no easy feat, especially getting the animations in. That is very tough. Oh my god! Yeah, that's a very, very hidden content dress, so. Alright. So. Alright, so the next thing that I'd like to go over is another new area.
Baltimore, Maryland. BronyCon 2016. Beautiful.
So, you ready? No! BronyCon, no! 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 Off we go! Electric panel!
one more time. Let's hear it.
I see we have a lot of wonderful merch out there. Wonderful. I see some knees out there. You see some knees.
All the minions. I like the balloons. I dig it.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Let's kick off closing ceremonies by welcoming up Josh, Dean, and Boulder once again. Come on up, guys. Thank you so much for providing us with crowd hats this year.
Yes.
I love this.
They didn't get it for us last year, so.
Well, that's because Josh is terrible.
We got some neat things we gotta talk about here. I believe the first thing we're gonna talk about, we want to thank our diamond sponsors. Can we get them up on the screen, maybe?
I'm back
Get
here.
them up on the screen? Really great. There it is.
Very integral into I bought it on my birthday. Successful in the beginning of the year, and really words can't thank him enough. I mean, I wish there was more I could do for him. Are we gonna go through the names?
Yeah, we should. Let's go through them. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the ones on the left. You're gonna take the ones closest to you on the right, and I'll go down the list and you go down the list. So we would like to thank. Let's get a little closer.
Oh, wait, we got down here.
Oh, hey, cool. We got monitors down here.
Did you not see that? You didn't pay attention anymore.
Let me say their names.
Fine.
Anna Everhard. Connor Flynn. Dustin Gaiderowitz. Isabel Gurton. Chris Pine. Todd Porter-Wilson. Kevin Lane. Patrick McGuire. I think that was a good example.
That was a kazoo, you dummy.
Thomas Nicard.
Alright, we got a lot of Owens. Kevin Petty. Connor Strong. I hope I got that right. I always get the little apostrophe thing all wrong. You know the technical term for that? Because I think it's like that.
Very cool. Accent very cool or accent
Diaphragmatical mic.
That's all. I'm sorry, I just use good for French.
Okay. Alright, John St. Cyr. John Stevens. See, I like the first name, John, but I'm a little bit biased since it's actually my first name.
John, please continue.
Oh, alright, Jeremy Sullivan. Brandon Dowles. Thomas Ward. John Wardell. And Nikolai Wright. Those are
Do it again next year!
excellent. That's what I like to hear. And there's 2 weeks before San Diego Comic-Con. I think you did pretty darn good.
I think that's a good one.
That means it could be in August next year, right?
I mean, entertainers don't, I mean, not as many people seem to like August. So you know what?
I mean July.
July. Not as many people like July. So you know what? Let's bump it up a month. How about next year we're going to be August 13th? this? How about we just go down the line, give you guys a mic, have a little bit of fun? You ready?
Well, this has been awesome. This is my second BronyCon.
Yeah.
I got to talk to so many of you guys, and the concert was epic. And yeah, it was a real party. So thank you guys for all of this, and I love you all very much. I'm so
Real quick, I want to know how many of you guys this is your first convention ever?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, may I say you picked a really darn good one to be your first. This convention was amazing. I want to thank all of you guys, and I want to thank the staff and everybody. I'm sure everyone, I speak for everyone when I say this was so incredible. Just everything about this was smooth and fun, and I loved meeting every single one of you, and I really hope I can meet the rest of you in the future who I didn't get to meet. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, everybody. We love hanging out with you guys this weekend. I see so many faces that I recognize from years before and from brand new this year. Ian's mom, hello. Look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you so much again. So this was my first BronyCon this year.
Yeah.
I did a lot of different conventions for comics and stuff, and I can say the level of care and excitement and amazing in this group and this staff and everybody here. This is the best.
Yeah.
So a big thank you to everybody up here who was on panels with at some point this weekend. Everybody in the staff who was amazing and made this much easier than most conventions are. And most of all, thank you to all of you guys who have been amazing this whole weekend. And I mean, this would not exist without you, obviously. So thank you very much.
I think this has been a very successful first year for Littlest Pet Shop Con. Once again, first off, Black Griffin, you don't speak for me.
Dang.
But this has been a bit. Scissor pick. This has been an amazing. Nora, you need to leave. Black Griffin knows you're here. So, thank you guys, all of you who came to the burlesque and did some stuff. Thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to see all of us as a comics team. It was amazing. You guys are great. Next year, if I'm here, can we make sure Andy is on panels the entire time so the rest of us can make money? We'll see what we can do. Thanks. Otherwise, amazing. Thank you guys. I love all of you. Please be safe when you go home.
Way to end it.
This is my first BronyCon, and it was like the best convention I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Everybody here is the most beautiful people inside and out that I have ever gotten to hang out with at a convention. Can't talk right now. I'm so tired. But everybody's so caring and just amazing and very passionate about My Little Pony, and it was really cool to see. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. So hope to see you guys next time. You guys know I love you. This is my fourth BronyCon. But every year it's just more and more awesome. And like everybody said, you guys are just so much fun, and I look forward to this every year, and I'm so grateful to be back. And I didn't think my actual job could get much better, but you guys make it much better. So thank you for having me. Thank you for everyone who loves books. Keep reading books. Anyway, have a safe trip home. I love you all. You're all a beautiful rainbow of ponies.
I am exhausted. This is my
And it is the best kind of tired that there could possibly be, because it was all spent with you guys. And this is my 4th BronyCon. Grandpa Andy is going to tell you about the war. I've been doing conventions in one form or another on one side of the table or the other since 1982.
Dang.
Let me tell you about the country. But in all that time, in all the various conventions I've done, I have never, ever seen anything like BronyCon. And every year, something happens to make me go, it just keeps getting better. This is the best convention staff I have ever worked with at any show. And I tell them every year, and every year I tell them, I wish I could condense all the staff into a little bit box and take it to every convention that I go to and just release them like the apartments. Thank you, Baltimore. Thank you, visitors. Thank you to everybody that came internationally. I met people from Sweden and Germany and Singapore and Hong Kong and Australia and Russia and Malaysia and Vulcan and Kronos. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you. You guys made it for us. So thank you very, very much. And hope to see you again next year.
Have any of you heard of 1982? I want to first thank Michelle Kramer for signing my arm. And then just a massive thank you to all the volunteers and all the staff who put this thing together every year. It really is out of control cool. And all of these guys, I don't get to see them unless you guys come here and we all do this together. So thank you for letting me meet and interact with these guys too. And then all of you, of course. Just thank you for making this magic thing happen, because it really is. It's incredible. Mind-blowing. I've been on the show since 2009, and I still don't understand what we're all doing here right now. But it's cool. I like it that way. So thank you all so much for coming and making this happen. All of you. And now I have I have an autographed Reese's peanut butter cups for somebody.
I don't know what to say that hasn't been said already. Wow. I'm speechless, actually. I'm such a small part of the show. I also don't understand what I'm doing here. Thank you so much. But really, there's been so many moments this weekend where I've just cried because it's so overwhelming in the best way. It opens my heart to see the community that exists in this fandom and the bonds that are formed. And so I want to thank you all, of course. us, because you make this happen, and I hope that we can keep making it happen. I consider you all to be friends, and appreciate you. And I appreciate everyone up here because, you know, you're putting yourselves out there, so I know that takes a lot. Everyone who organized BronyCon and continues to organize it, there's a million things to look after, and a lot of the time it's a thankless task, so I want to make sure and thank them. And maybe can I get a selfie with you again?
All right, well, our 2016 guests, ladies and gentlemen.
So here we are, June Secaucus, 2013, 14,